for the radio. All right, let's get this thing cracking, guys. How it's all packed in there too. And I'm sure this thing's got some zip ties holding it all in there. Even has a little bit of plastic over just the wheel for the radio, so that's good. Let's see. Oh no, this thing comes straight out of the box. Okay, good to know. Radio and this little bag right there. Some other little, our USB charger in there as well with it too. All right, just looking at this thing from the outside, it does look like it's kind of faded, but it's just a film that's over the body to protect it during shipping or transit. So go ahead and pop that off of there. Pretty cool little brush motor that's in it, or brushless, sorry. DIN connection. There's our, this is a 2-in-1 right here. So this has electronic speed controller and receiver. So, and then our little servo over there. Nothing too fancy at all. And what battery size? So this says 1600 milliamps. Sorry, let me flip it around again here for you. And I know there's a little bit of a glare, so you guys can see it there. So 7.4 volts, 1600 milliamp, whatever large power means exactly. But shocks, so they do have, I'll say that it's kind of like aluminum cap that's on there. Does it have threaded bodies on it? No. So you know, they might have in the packaging here our little wing, but I don't know if it's going to have any kind of shock spacers in it, so I'll have to kind of check that out in a little bit. But just taking a look at it too, ooh, super bouncy. So let's, let me get it a little backwards there and show you. Lots of bounce to it. Not oil filled. Can they be oil filled is a great question. We'll have to look at the instructions and see if they have any kind of seals on them anyhow. So we'll check that one out as well. And let's see, flip this thing on its bottom. Okay, so it does have, yeah, I was trying to get that off of there. Okay, there you go. So it's not like a blue piece of plastic or something like that. So it is aluminum on that part of it too. Your on and off switch on the bottom, interesting. But it's already on, so I'm gonna turn that off so I don't have the car going anywhere when I go ahead and hook up the battery to it or anything. All right, dog bones or what have you. Let's see here. So they are steel. They're pretty nice looking. They look beefy anyhow, nonetheless. So not too bad. Tire compound or so like that. I'd say that's kind of like to a medium or so. It's hard to say right offhand. Does look like rims are pretty nice looking on it. Like I said, the DIN connection that's on there, so that's pretty typical. I do like those. I mean, if especially for something like this, it doesn't have a lot of power, so these are just fine as far as the DIN connection that's on there. I was looking before to see if these little lights, they do accept light, LEDs in there as well, so it is kind of nice. Not bad. I mean, the plastics on it, I mean, so if you hit something, you know, it will collapse in or whatnot and bounce back. So it's good on that deal. Body itself, let's go ahead and take this plastic off so I can show you what it really looks like without the plastic covering over it. Just so you can see the difference there before I take that plastic completely off of there too. So there you go. So it looks good. Fits on there. Actually has a pretty nice little profile to it. Again, it has a wing that goes on there as well, so I'll need to mount that up so I can show you that guy. Show you that all in its glory. But it's got a mean looking front end to it too. I like it. Nice little profile to it. Again, it is 4-wheel drive. It is ball bearings that are in it. Let me go. All right, so just further inspection on this anyhow is that the shocks do have a little rubber seal on there, so I think we can go ahead and put some oil into the shocks, which will be nice, and it won't be so bouncy as we can see here. So that's good. Make sure I don't lose that little diaphragm. I think they call it like a diaphragm or whatever. Anyway, even just the drivetrain alone, as you can see in there, you know, it's all metal, so that's nice. Even just the drive shaft itself is metal, so good. Now I will say one thing is I'm not 100% sure what the servo size is. It's kind of in between a micro servo and a standard servo that you'd find like in a regular 1/10 scale. This is a 1/10 scale, but it's not using a standard servo scale. But it is using a 3-wire instead of the 5-wire type servo wires that you'd find in these, where they're kind of a 2-in-1 system. So that is kind of nice. The electronic speed controller is a 40 amp. Again, just running on a 2S LiPo. I'm not really sure about that, but I need to probably wipe that down because it's going to be a dirt magnet anyways. When it comes to the battery itself, so we just got to slide this thing out, and it can accommodate a few different size batteries. So if you notice here, you can spin this thing. So that's way, if you look at it this way, kind of show you, the battery's in there pretty good. You know, it's not wobbling around, but if I spin it around and then lock it in, you can see this, the battery just kind of floats around in there. So that way, if you do go with a little bit bigger battery or so, it will accommodate not only a little bit of height, but a little bit, you know, as far as its length too, so that's good. It does have a little extra foam here, so just in case maybe that foam goes bad, or if you need to use it on your battery, so that is cool. The charger itself, it want to fly off. Since you get the Phillips screwdriver too, which is pretty much the only tools that you're going to need to tear this thing all apart. It already has the screws in here, so you need to take those screws out. Then you can fit that right into those holes there. So just put them in there, and then you can drive those screws right down into these little holes right there and there. So just put them in through the top. So that'll be good on that part of it. Going over the radio itself, no thrills on this one, man. So it just has steering trim. So just in case the car's going to the left or to the right, you can adjust that. Your little off and on, or I should say off and then on that way. The trigger on it, it's not too bad, and it's got a little foam grip that's on there. Usually I notice in my videos I say rubber even though it's a foam grip. It tends to happen sometimes. And then also your 3 AA's at the bottom. So that's kind of nice. It's just 3 AA's. I don't know what the range is on it, but I've had pretty good experiences with other ones that have only been 3 AA's, and I've been pretty happy with it. Anyhow, so the trigger's pretty nice on it, and like I said, those are the tools. Now, as far as anyway, if you liked the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if there's something that you want to go over as far as, or maybe you want to say, hey, you missed something or whatnot. But yeah, let me know about that servo too. But anyway, appreciate you guys watching. You guys take care, and thank you again. I'll put the affiliate links, like I said, down in the description below, and I'm out. You guys take care.